Welcome, Divine. Welcome to Golden Mission 144. I hope you enjoyed the Divine Masculine reading just a little bit ago. It is out, but let me tell you, looking into the Divine Feminine, now I know exactly what kicked off the Divine Masculine energy. Understand, these are both of our energies within. That this entire planet is about balancing out the polarities, light and dark, Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, up, down, north, south, east, west. That is the beauty of the planet of Earth. This is a parallel planet, a mirroring planet. This is the planet that anything can go to and become the best of the best because of the polarities that exist. All right, and cause and effect. So we're looking into the Divine Feminine energy. Rose quartz is coming to me pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. And I actually just purchased a rose quartz pendant myself actually yesterday. But that really came up to me really heavy. I had given one to a friend of mine. Their wife was going through some things. So I had given a rose quartz and, combination of sending some love her way. And then it inspired me to go and get another one to replace it. And I ended up getting a pendant. Either way, that was just a message that just came through to share with you. So we will go right in and start talking about the Divine Feminine energy. Reason being, because this energy, it is explaining exactly what's going on with the Divine Masculine, and I don't want to run out of time, okay? So I already didn't deal with you guys, the cards, but I also want to go on because this seems like a lot going on. Even when it came into talking about what's going on right now in the action space with the Divine Feminine, like what is the situation, the circumstance, look at all of these cards that came out. So the Divine Feminine energy has quite a bit going on, and it is sparking the masculine energy. That's why they are becoming free in ways that they've never been free before. They are looking at things in ways that they've never looked at it before. So it is an interesting time going on right now with the energies. But you guys are doing it. You are using this energy of this month. So we go right in with the Divine Feminine. And again, if you guys aren't at this space, I have the entire Lift Her and Him Up success down below with all the healing components and things of that sort. Learning transmutation and everything that you need to actually be a divine being. You're really learning how to have an ascended life and all the things that you once desired or used to have. So it's like really learning how to live a new life from an ascended level. So there are steps and processes that you go through as a twin flame. And without going through those, then it is where you can go through the karmic cycle of life on a twin flame journey over and over. And we do the readings just to tell where we are. And it's like, hey, there's a portal open for this. You better take it. You better take it. If you want to ascend in this level, you better take it. And what that looks like is that these readings are resonating. I hear the birds chirping. The readings are resonating with what's inside of you. And then you also get an opportunity to ride that energy for the new thing that you want to ascend in. That's the difference between a Divine Feminine and a Divine Masculine and everyone else. The Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine do not take anything in the physical at face value. They transmute everything. They are alchemists. Meaning that you hand me this, if it does not serve me and it is not of the highest, then I'm going to transmute it into something else. The divine feminine and divine masculine are manifestors. Okay? So, and we'll talk more and more about that on the channel that I have that I don't have any tarot, and you can see it down in the comments. So, here we go. The divine feminine starts out here, which is very interesting because this is that happy-go-lucky. Happy-go-lucky. This can even be that play in the field is even coming up. Like some dating is happening in the divine feminine area. And then I also even have just even evolving affairs going in here. So if there is a demo going on with you and your DM, that it is evolving because you are changing in how you're moving with your divine masculine. Just really that lucky and even that fertility. Those of you who are even preparing for pregnancy, that fertility is just right on. It's a favorable time for all of that. Like, this is really happy-go-lucky. When you look at this card for the Lenormand, it's like I'm out here playing, having a good time. I'm connecting with this person. I get that many of you, you're no longer connecting on those karmic relationship levels. Karmic relationship levels have a toxic component to them that align to a wound within you and a wound within them, and you guys kind of beat around. You don't heal it or grow. It's more of a destructive. You'll know a karmic relationship because when you come out of it, you're down. You're down, and you're literally having to regroup, recuperate something on the mental, emotional, financial, physical level. It takes quite a bit out of you. A relationship in which you can transmute, which is heal and grow, is really where I'm having that the divine feminine are when it comes to connecting with people. So it looks like you're having more soulmate connections, and you're having people that come in your life, and it's not a toxic thing whether or not they stay, whether or not they go. It's almost like our souls just united, and it is beautiful, and I am allowing it. Just really that happy-go-lucky, and whatever it is to be is whatever it is to be. Is what's coming in with the divine feminine. I'm finna tell you, this is exactly where you want to be as a divine feminine if you want things to happen. Why? Because this is a high vibrational. This is high vibe. So when you're in a high vibrational state, that is when you can produce instant manifestations, which is those things that you've been wanting to happen come through this energetic portal right here. So this is a great place to be in. Look at this. What's the clarifier? Power. Didn't I say that was a power play? So this is really that balancing. See that balancing that energy, which is that human and that beast, and it's just balancing that out, which is even going into that divine feminine, that divine masculine energy. And it's like, look, and then even going into that multi-dimensional state as a divine feminine. And it's like, hey, I am all of me. And I am going to rock it. It's what I'm getting for divine feminine. Way to go. Look, so that's really good, because then guess what comes up next? And it's like, oh, and you know, this card is about that trustful companionship, successful work. And you know, this other card is like, you got to know that this comes in, and this is about just even more stuff coming in on it's like many options when it comes to work and career path. It's like new ideas, and you're willing to kind of like take those risks and get those new involvement. And see, this comes in, and it's also successful work. It's that trustful companionship. It's that harmonious. It is that thankful love. So imagine something being thankful love. Now think about over your love life. Thankful love? That's so beautiful. But it's not even just an intimate partnership. Being in that high vibrational state really is the power play. And it does bring in a reflection back of all that the divine feminine has put out to others. So it's like, whoa, I'm getting back my stuff. Hear that music? It's like I'm getting back my stuff. So love is being reflected back to you. And it's like I'm so thankful for this because I have the divine feminine in the receiving mode. So you're in the receiving mode of relationship right now. And you'll find that the divine feminine, to start off this journey on the twin flame, is often in that chaser mode, which is very toxic, and it's generally led by something along the ends of just history, childhood, healed stuff that needs to be healed, past relationship stuff that needs to be healed, and you know, all of that is in the description to support you to get through all of that quickly. People will ask me about, well, what can I do at this step, and that's why all of that is down there, because I'm the same way. It didn't matter what I was doing. It's like, look, give me all the information I need to know so I can get where I need to be. And it does allow you to cut time in life, especially if you're someone who likes to do a lot like me. So it's like, then you get a young age and you look over your life and it's like, dang, I've done all of that. But it's really whenever you go and you do something, you give it your focused attention and you receive when it comes to it. So that information is there if any support is needed. But we're at the point now where the divine feminine is really pulling in that thankful love, where things are coming back to them. They're getting back. It's like the boomerang. They're getting back the love that they've given out. And that's a beautiful space. Now, look, this is all in the middle space of the divine feminine, which is beautiful. So this is letting me know that you know that this is how it is to be for you. You know it's how it's supposed to be. You know that that's how this is a clarifier, partnership and alliance. You know that that's how partnership and alliance should be. That it should be something that you can trust. You should be able to trust your friends. You should be able to trust the people around you. You should be able to trust the person that you're in relationship with. And it should be thankful love. Something you're thankful for. Not something you're resenting and that you can't wait for it to transform, but something that you're thankful for. So you are really in that mental space knowing that, hey, and work should feel successful. And it goes right into you knowing that that is the key. That is the 33 key. That is the key. That's the 33 key. The 33 key, and you know that because you're remembering love, and it's like, look at holding the cherishing of that, memories of love, that you recognize that, oh shoot, getting back into my happy place where I just feel that high vibe and everything is sparking around me, where I can walk into a room and I can transmute that room and it turns into a big old event just for me, where I can align with several different people. And when I align with those several different people, then so much flows to me from them. You're starting to recognize, it's like, shoot, I got to get back to having those love connections. And that is the key. The divine feminine is right now thinking that I got to get my happy-go-lucky in my life, you know? I've got to get my happy-go-lucky in my life. So that is so beautiful with the divine feminine energy. That's like 666 right there, which is that balancing out that positive, that protons, neutrons, and electrons in the human body. So it's really beautiful. And then we go into the emotional space, and it's like, I remember and treasure past happiness. Is that not what I was just saying? And it's like, look, I remember and treasure past happiness. 6 of Cups. That's in the emotional space. And it's like, I'm remembering when I was laughing, I was joking, when I was feeling free, and then things were easily flowing to me. I remember when I was joking and laughing and feeling free, and easily things were flowing to me. That's coming through. I'm not a rapper, but hey. So then we go in, and it comes in with the Strength card, but it's so beautiful because it says, I can deal with whatever comes my way. So the divine feminine energy is understanding that, hey, I can take these leaps. I can take these leaps and have these connections, these new soulful connections that are coming my way. Because if I was able to handle getting out of those karmic connections that I had, all of those painful and abuse bondages that I had with people, if I can do that, I can literally go ahead and enjoy these soulful connections I have with people. And if anything comes up in this, then I'm good. I have the strength. I know who I am as a divine being. I have already scaled those things. You're at a higher level. So you've scaled a lot of the troubles that many people are struggling with. You're kind of looking like, yeah, I'm getting kind of like that old reading where it's like, yeah, just stand up. You stand up and you know you're above all that. So you just have the clarity and answer. And then here we come in the emotional space is the Page of Wands. And it's like, I am always open to good news. So that is so beautiful. The divine feminine is releasing that fear from just really just going to have a good time and connecting with some soulful connections that they kind of feared before taking those different leaps. So you're really coming out of your shell here a little bit from all of that trauma and that upside downness of the twin flame journey. I'm trying to tell you, it will have you somewhere isolated, all trying to figure out what's what, because you can't necessarily communicate as much with other people. But now that you've lifted up your vibe a little bit, that I'm having in the mental and emotional space, that this is showing up in both of those. So we're going to see if you're doing this thing in the physical, then it's got you in a new place. And in that new place is like, oh, I'm ready to connect my vibe with vibes that match my vibe. Which means that you're ready for those new high vibing experiences, which is really beautiful. I am always open to good news. So let's see what is going on down here in the situation of the divine feminine to have us at that place mentally and emotionally. Let's see what's going on. All right, so we start out with the Ten of Pentacles, but it was upside down. So it's like, wait a minute, because you know that this is, everything is connected to the family situation. Like everything is connected to, see, you even see the two dogs here with like the loyalty there. Then you have the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Even though the divine masculine energy is walking that way, the divine feminine energy is still all eyes on the divine masculine energy. And you can just see how everything is just centered around the connection. Well, that's upside down in reverse. That's in reverse going on with the divine feminine that we're starting out. And then here's the clarifier. Here's a clarifier. See, this in reverse is like chance. So the divine feminine energy is ready to take a chance, meaning that it's not that they don't want, desire, and love their unions. It's that they're taking chances in new ways of feeling fulfilled. New ways of feeling just like their divine union makes them feel. Meaning that if I can create this vibrational experience with my counterpart and my complement, then I can have this in other areas of my life. And the things that I thought were bad, connecting to different people and feeling so good about it as a friend. I'm getting, and even if it's not, I'm getting people that you would date, but connected to them on a high vibing area almost felt like going against your old friendships or going against your counterpart. It's like, oh, you really can't connect with other people as high vibing as you connect with your person that you're in intimacy with, that you've designated. It's like, no. All of my relationships and my experiences that I have with people as a twin flame should be moving towards high vibing. Like that is the point, and that I have the ability to transmute and transform my entire life to be in a high vibing life. And that is what's going to lift up the planet to live more high vibing, which I should feel good about the relationships and connections I have the same way I feel good about my counterpart. So everything isn't wrapped up in, it has to be associated with family and being with my union. It's like that's in reverse. And they're like, because then we know what's coming out is the Three of Swords. And that is very important that's coming out. Because this is that removal, that absence, that delay. And this is also what's also known as that third party card. And it's like, whoa. So start out reverse the way I'm not putting everything into focus on that, because they're recognizing that that was my third party. That was what was interfering from me having a union and a rendezvous, meaning that the Divine Feminine recognized that they thought that all of this had to come together in order for them to be in that place that they want to be union within, to connect, to be happy-go-lucky. They thought that they had to be in this. It had to be the full family situation. But that's in reverse, or in connection with their counterpart, or having what they desired, or had that dream picture of what they should have or what they should do. That's in reverse. And they're having to face the truth of that. Well, then we have coming out here with the Three of Swords, and they're recognizing that was my third party. That's what was against me. You know, why couldn't I just be me and be multidimensional and just feel happy and feel good regardless of what I have or I don't have? I always had something to make me feel bad that I needed to be right before I could go feel good and be happy-go-lucky. But now the Divine Feminine is like, you know what? I don't have to have anything to be right before I go be happy-go-lucky. I'm just going to go be happy-go-lucky. I'm not waiting on this to be happy-go-lucky. I'm just going to go be happy-go-lucky is what I'm getting. And it's like, look, same thing as that Divine Masculine, which is they're going within, and that is how they are creating their harvest. That they are like, look, I'm going solo on it. I don't have to have everything. I don't have to have the person. I don't have to have these other attachments. I don't have to have the animals. I don't have to have the whole show where everybody's out there witnessing. I don't have to have all of it. I don't have to have all of those pentacles. I don't have to have all of that. I can actually go within and go ahead and be happy now, and then that's going to bring me my harvest. And Wheel of Fortune. And that's what's going to push the wheel forward. That's what's going to push it forward in a positive direction of what? Number 6, harmony. Is that not where we started out? In the mental space. So this is actually happening in situations with Divine Feminine. That them going in that space where they're not banking all of their joy and happiness on getting their manifestation that they are desiring, their affirmation, their dream, their prayer. You're not hanging your life up awaiting your prayer, your manifestation, your dream. You're going and you're being happy-go-lucky. Because you are a divine being, and it's your light that draws. It's your light. So if you're not uplifted and high vibing, then what is going to draw into you? How are you going to draw in your manifestations? That's your superpower. So it's like, once you recognize that, then of course the wheel turns. And I told you, up in that middle space, that's exactly where you want to be. Because that's when the wheel turns and it all comes together. You know, it's like, boom, really? I had to get happy to get happy? Yeah. I had to get happy to get happy? Yeah. And then here comes the Ace of Cups. True heart, joy, contentment, abode. All the things that you're kind of wanting. Third eye clarifier, because you're seeing it. You're seeing it. You're seeing that you have the power. You're seeing that you have the power. It's your life. It's your life. Beautiful. Look what comes in reverse. You remember this card? So sitting there waiting on a transfer of the promise to be given to the Divine Feminine. Nope. That's in reverse. You hear that music going octane? The Divine Feminine is not waiting on anyone or anything to transfer them their pentacles, their happy-go-lucky, their peace, their joy, their contentment. They are not waiting on a transfer, because that's not what divine feminine do. They light up. They are the light. They carry the light. They're not awaiting delivery. Same as that divine masculine over there. Go check that out with that freedom of emasculation. It's the same type of stuff. They're like, no, I'm just going to go within and make it all happen for me, because I have that power to do it, because I'm a divine being. So I'm not waiting on a person or situation or anything to shift. I can literally align to the divine. I'm not waiting on human transformation to me in the physical for my promise. I am turning into what aligns to my set promise as a divine being. Clarifier, I am discontent and bored and walking away from that process of waiting on other people to fulfill and give me what is necessary in order for me to be happy and to feel good and have what I desire. I am aligning to that state of being as a divine being. Beautiful. Look at this. This is really, 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 really good. Because when you flip this over, that is all the cups poured out, right? Well, you have those two standing behind, but you know what that is. But it came in reverse. And in reverse, this is actually news. This is news of a return. It's not even about, it's like the divine feminine's like, it's not even about what I'm going to lose. You're not looking at losses anymore. You're recognizing that not waiting around on this and banking everything on this isn't a loss. It's how you get this. It isn't a loss. That's why it's reverse. And they're recognizing that in reverse, this is new. This is news. And this is the return. Return of what? What's the clarifier? Passion. Passion ignited. You see that light lighting up. And you see that one for the new beginning. You see that light, that aura around as the divine feminine that is moth to a flame. Whatever you're praying for, whatever you're manifesting, whatever you are dreaming and desire, this is how you get it as a divine being. You light within and then you draw in. You are a receiver. You have the power to receive as your greatest power. Your greatest power. So it's you go in and you manifest what you desire, and then you allow it to come to you. No physical trying to build and make this. Going within, igniting your passions and the things that spark you and light you up, and allowing your light to go out and bring in all your manifestations as a divine being. That's what sets you apart. That's your benefit package. Why not use your benefit package? Being a divine feminine and a divine masculine means that you get to manifest, because you get to transmute the current conditions into something new and then receive it without having to do any of that 3D physical stuff to develop some type of codependent link to it. You don't have to do all of that stuff. You just literally what you want, and then align, and then receive. This is so beautiful for the divine feminine, because it looks like you're getting that. You're getting that as the key in the mental and the emotional and the action space. Here we go. Attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled. It is easy to understand how you would come to the conclusion that your path to feeling good is through influencing or controlling the behavior of others. But as you attempt to control them through influence or coercion, you discover that not only can you not contain them, but your attention to them brings more like them into your experience. You simply cannot get to where you want to be by attempting to control or eliminate the unwanted. Is this not beautiful? Because the divine feminine has recognized that I cannot get what I want trying to get what I want. I simply have to align with what I want to get what I want. I have to focus on being my happy-go-lucky self, letting my passion ignite, and you know it to be true because you know times in your life where you felt that high vibe and then things just flowed. Your phone started ringing, the text started coming in, money started flowing, you were having a good time, you were laughing, and you were like, oh my gosh, and you felt that aliveness. You can think of moments like that. You're able to manifest those moments. And being in those moments manifests the difficult stuff that you've struggled to manifest for so long. Because you have to be high vibing to pull in those things. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. The golden mission. The golden mission is union. Union within self, then union with others.